Okay, I need to change my racer. I'm playing the silver now.
Need to.
No.
Oh,
Silver's like I'm here to have a good time with my
waste.
friends. I'm not here to avert the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Again. I'm here. I got an invitation. I'm gonna go have a race with my friends.
Yes. But at the end of the day, that shit is just
exist and then die.
Passion. Yeah. Passion is gay. It's just high school all over again.
Yeah, why would you care about something? You care about something, LOL, loser.
That means someone can make fun of you for it. You should look at somethingawful.com.
Yeah, pay $10 to be a part of a forum.
Where we're gonna have no personalities, and that way no one can make fun of us.
This would be a goony thing to say, but I like something.
We were picked on in high school, and we don't want to be picked on anymore, so we're just gonna be complete fucking blank slate, so that no one has any material to pick on us with.
And then pick on each other for, like, failing the test, the social test. There has to be a middle ground between fucking something awful and Tumblr, where everything is accepted and not questioned or at all.
Yes.
I'm so gonna own you, Silver.
Okay. I don't want to
In your dreams, Sonic. In your dreams, Sonic. Too late. The moment's passed.
In your dreams of absolution,
That's me.
bitch.
I feel very connected to Silver right now.
Silver is
a
cinnamon roll.
I do not play those games.
Oh man, it's like fucking. Oh man. Yay, I appreciate this characterization for Silver.
Yeah, I like
He's
that.
very straight-laced and innocent. This little baby boy. Metal Sonic's just here now, by the way.
But I remember,
Didn't even get introduced.
How's it going? I remember I was like 16 or 17, where I just went like, fuck this, I'm not playing games anymore.
I'm not playing.
Yeah.
I still like Pokemon. Fuck all of you. High school fuckheads.
I was like that pretty much my entire life, but I just remember being like Silver's precious behavior.
Yes, reminded me.
Where I just hated like
like the competition.
Yeah. Because there are better examples, but I remember when I was doing my clinicals in the hospital, because people are retarded.
The nurse.
No, this is a different person.
Okay.
Although the two nurses that I'm thinking of, they were bitches. But, people are fucking stupid.
Yes.
I mean, this is a tangent, but in EMS, I mean, we don't have anybody. Nurses hate us. Paramedics and EMTs hate each other. The general public doesn't give a shit about us.
Yeah,
we're,
no respect.
Super underappreciated, all this different stuff. All we have is each other.
So why would you be petty?
Yeah, of course, people are fucking stupid, so now we have to hate each other, too. So when I was doing my clinical rotations at the local emergency room, a transmed crew with one of my instructors as like the lead on it came in, and the EMT who was with him,
Blaze and fucking Vector are gonna ruin this room.
Oh my god!
I'm upset.
Blaze, it doesn't mean you're in first twice.
Continue your story, sorry.
That's okay. What was I saying?
One of your instructors.
It was just like we were, because I was, they were working on this guy in one of the trauma bays, and it was like, you know, one of my first days on clinicals, and I was assisting in a surgery. I was like, oh, this is so cool. We put a chest tube in and everything. But the guy who was the older guy, who was not one of my instructors, but he helped out and like came in and was like a guest instructor sometimes or something like that. He was cool. It was this stupid ass kid who was with him. Now I must have been older than this kid by like 6 years. Like I was older. I mean, I know I look and sound like I'm 15, even though I'm 27. But like,
yeah, whenever I shave, I look like a fucking child.
Yeah, when I wear my hair short now, so I look even younger. But you know, my balls kind of never drop, so my voice is like. But I don't even remember what he said specifically. But he was trying to do that, like, oh. Not sort of like pick on the new guy, but sort of like, ooh, and I just
being
answered,
a snob.
Yeah, and which I don't fucking believe in at all. Even just like, oh, you have to haze or pick on like the new guy.
Yeah, being a cocky little.
Yeah,
shit.
you gotta like find something that makes the new guy puke because they're not used to seeing blood and guts and shit. There's no fucking use for that. What the fuck? But I just answered every single one of his things so earnestly. Like, oh,
yeah.
yeah. That. he lost interest in about 2
Yeah,
seconds
yeah, that's what-
and
yeah.
walked away.
Like, Sonic's not, like, a bully or anything, but that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like, just like, take it completely at face value.
Yeah, I just like, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
don't be upset.
Yeah, and even just like, because it wasn't like a friendly ribbing.
Yeah,
It
no, he was just being a douchebag.
Yeah, it was just being a douchebag, but I told him, oh yeah, oh no, this is that, and like actually answering all of his questions. Oh my god.
Couldn't
people.
handle it. Yeah,
Seriously.
some people, like, nothing makes people angrier.
Yeah.
Like, angry people, nothing makes angry people more angry than you not being angry.
Yeah. I was like, I don't play these fucking games, you know what I mean? Jesus Christ, it's so depressing. We can't even have each other now. Now because first of all, like I said, I'm like 10 years older than you,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
first of all. Second of all, it's like, what it really is the difference between you and me. You had one more week of school.
Yeah.
The clinicals are like, well, I started clinicals early. You're supposed to get them early because you have to
Fucker.
get a fuckload of patient care.
Ah,
blah,
you
blah, blah.
fuck.
But I'm like, you know,
Help me.
we have, our class was only 16 weeks long. I'm like, you were in class 2 weeks longer than I've been right now. That's the only difference. I already had a job offer. And it was like, you know, really, what the fuck? Like, seriously, why do people have to be like that? We have nobody, and now we can't even have each other. Like, it's so fucking stupid. But anyway, my point is,
Yeah.
so that Silver's wholesomeness
Yeah, Silver
reminded
just
me.
not
Yeah.
feeding into
That was
it
exactly
at all.
what it was like, although obviously Sonic
Yeah, no, Sonic's
playing
just
around.
being like
Yeah.
a friendly competition. I'm having fun with
Yeah,
it,
I'm
and
gonna
Silver's
win
just
the-
not
He
having
doesn't
it.
get it.
Yeah.
It's like Sonic's
He's
like,
too
yeah,
pure.
I'm gonna win the race.
Yeah, he's trying to do what he does with Shadow.
Yeah, but that just reminded me that was exactly what it was like. Only imagine Sonic as a humongous douchebag. But
I mean, some people would say
Well,
Sonic is a humongous
yeah.
douchebag.
you can debate that, but it's like that's what I've been. Like I said, I remember. I think it was like 17, where I just went like, most of what people do is bullshit. I'm not gonna do that bullshit anymore.
Most of what people do is bullshit.
Yeah.
Is like that's a good title for a book.
That's my memoir.
Put that on
memoir.
the cover. Most
Yeah.
of what people do is bullshit.
Yeah, I just remember like 70% at least of what everyone does is farce. And like everyone sort of has to have these little stupid, meaningless debates about things like, oh, I like this thing, oh, I don't like this, and it's good, no, it's not good. Like, fucking what's the
Who
point?
gives a shit?
Who gives a shit? Not like, let's actually have a debate.
You're just
about
gonna
this
die.
thing. Yeah, it's not like let's actually have a discussion about this thing. I like this, you don't. Let's have a debate about it. No, just like you. What the fuck is the point of that? I just don't do that.
Yeah.
And it's hilarious to watch people's reaction.
Yeah, they don't know. Like, you don't play the game.
Yeah, you don't play the
play the
game.
Game of Thrones, and they don't know how to handle it.
Exactly. If you just don't know how to play, and I've never related so much to Silver the Hedgehog
Yeah.
than in that moment right there.
No, yeah,
It's
like
no, I'm not even gonna.
That's the big benefit of a spin-off game like this. Of, you know, it's got like fucking Sega All-Star Racing didn't have a story at all. It was just purely it was just Mario
It's
Kart.
just race.
Like Mario Kart doesn't have a story mode. I
Yeah.
don't know fucking why.
There's no
like
cutscene.
if you're gonna
Oh, yeah.
if you're gonna have a racing game, just have a story. It's
next
just
one they should.
pure gameplay.
Yeah, fuck it.
You might as well have something connecting the tracks.
Yeah, sort of like this, where it's like everyone gets their little invitation.
Yeah,
We're
just
invited
it's a
to the
fighting
race.
game.
Yeah.
Like everyone gets invited to the
Of course.
tournament.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You
Exactly.
don't need anything. But like a spin-off game like this, it's purely if you give it a story mode, can just be purely a vessel for characterization
Exactly. You
and
can just have fun with
interaction.
it. You could just have fun with it.
Like poor fucking Silver hasn't had characterization since his initial game.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what to do with the poor guy. It was finally in Sonic Generations that they finally managed to like try and figure something out, and even then he had like 2 lines of dialogue and no voice acting.
Yeah, it's just like a playground where you can have some fun, because it's not like it's gonna have an epic story. or anything.
Yeah, no. So the like just have what Silver's characterization gonna
Yeah.
be. Well, he's from the future. Where, like, what's implied to be a very utopian, peaceful future. So he probably doesn't, like, have any kind of concept of conflict.
Yeah, in that one little moment, I understood
Yeah,
Silver. completely.
yeah, exactly. I'm gonna
That's just
own
what-
you, Silver. Okay.
Okay.
No, you're supposed
Never
to
done that
say in your
before.
dreams, Silver. Sonic, in your dreams, Sonic. No, you ruined it.
Didn't do anything for me. Feel empty.
No.
But that's
It's a dry hand
huge-
job.
grimacing and tugging on my penis dryly. That's a huge portion of my personality right there. Okay.
Good job out there, Silver.
Yeah, I guess so.
You gonna fuck?
I said, good job out there.
I'm trying to be a good friend!
Thanks.
So I'm having a psychic premonition over here. Blaze is trying to be a good friend over here, trying to keep up on her character development from Sonic Rush.
She's jealous of all the others.
You can imagine her being like, okay, so like, they had a little thing, so I gotta say something nice to Silver in order to make him feel better, be a good friend. Good job, Silver! Good job, Silver! What? Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, okay, thanks,
Whatever,
Blaze.
I don't
Yeah.
care.
Hey, you're a cat.
He's very much a cat. Yeah, that's the thing, you don't, like,
Silver has been acting kind of strange.
characterization is not fucking hard.
Yeah.
Like, what's Sonic's character?
So fast.
He's like the wind. I always go back to that line from Sonic Rush, where Cream sums up Sonic's character in 4 fucking words. What's Sonic's characterization? It's not fucking complicated.
No.
You don't need to have a complicated character
No.
for it to be a good character.
Yeah.
And you don't need, like there's that book, Save the Cat.
Yeah.
Which is about, like, establishing the main character and, like, why we as the audience
Yeah.
should root for him within the first 30 seconds, within the first 3 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And he uses an example where it's like, it doesn't have to literally be saving a cat, but that's, like, the metaphor. He needs to do something that will, like, make the audience root for him.
Yeah, just like the opposite of shoot the dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyone who actually does that, like any character that does that instantly, that's just shorthand for this guy's a douchebag.
Yeah,
why
like,
would you do
it's
that?
narrative shorthand for root for this character or hate this character, but
Yeah.
you can do the same thing with, like, understanding a character.
Yeah.
So, like, that interaction is very much just like, here's everything you need to know about Silver the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
I'll play as Blaze.
I am ready to roll.
Okay.
I am
Let's
ready
have
to
a
roll.
Fun race,
What is
Danny.
going on with you, Silver? I can tell something is on your mind.
Doesn't use contractions.
I'm fine. It's just something bad is gonna happen. I
You
can't
are
explain it.
psychic.
I just
You
feel
always have a bad feeling.
Have your travels through time given you precognition?
I don't know. Maybe they have.
I don't know what that word
Or
means.
Maybe I'm just.
I'm
thinking too much.
13 years old.
Either way, I trust you. We will be ready.
Is that on purpose? I just noticed Blaze has not been using any contractions.
It probably is.
That's dope!
It's like she's writing the PSSAs.
That's something Star Trek fucks up on all the time. Data.
It's so hard not to
You say
use.
cannot and is not. I say can't and isn't. 2 scenes earlier. I'm fine.
Silver, stay focused on the task
What the
at
fuck?
hand.
Okay,
Okay,
Jesus
okay,
Christ. I haven't
It's a
seen it.
bigger issue to worry about. You guys keep talking. See you at the finish line.
Yeah, fucking Tails has his eyes on the prize, but Silver's the only one who's like, why the fuck do you, like, what the it's just a race.
Yeah.
Something else is up, dudes.
race.
My dudes.
My dudes.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, that's Sonic right there, too. It's just like, I don't give a shit.
It's a race. Let's race.
That's actually very much like, that's
win.
one of the things I like about Sonic 06, is Sonic doesn't learn what the plot of that fucking game is because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Very Dante.
Yes, he doesn't care.
Yeah. Fuck it.
I'm just here to have a good time.
of the blood of Sparta.
Whatever. Yeah,
gonna stab you
exactly.
now.
Exactly. and yeah, I guess like it's hard. I always went like Silver's Nero would be Silver, but he's not. It's even then, like I was like, not really. But like Silver just didn't have a fucking character.
Yeah.
So,
Beggars can't be choosers.
god damn it. Like, what else was there to go off of? Oh, it's mirrored. It's fucking me up.
Oh yeah. Those are always the hardest Mario Kart courses.
At least it's not backwards.
Yeah. Jesus. I still remember, I probably told this story before, but when I was in New York, I tried to, like, 100% Mario Kart Wii, like, totally, and I beat the shit out of my leg. I got so frustrated sometimes.
Fucking shit!
And I didn't want to hit the desk because my roommates would hear, so I was like, God damn! I had such a huge
Yeah, it
bruise.
really hurt. It really hurts when you do that. Because I do that all the time too. I hurt myself because I don't want to damage my items.
Yeah. I was like, my roommates will hear me and they're like, what the fuck's going on in there? So I beat the fuck out of my leg and got a huge bruise. It was terrible.
Fuck does the...
Because I am the sort of retard that gets very mad at video games.
Yeah, I mean, if it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's very easy when you're like trying to do something and getting really invested
Especially,
in it. It's just not working out.
Like we're saying with Mario Kart, where you're doing fine until literally
yeah,
the
that game will
last
just
second.
fuck you.
Yeah, and that just is so frustrating. But you mentioned earlier, not to talk a lot about myself, but I do remember the moment where I thought, like, this is fucking stupid. I'm just gonna like things.
I'm just gonna like things.
And it was in elementary school. I want to say it was in like second or third
Yeah, it's always
grade.
school.
Yeah, and it was right after like Pokemon happened, and it became this big sensation.
Pokemon is also mine.
Yeah, Pokemon
It's
took
like
over the
for
world.
some reason people like are just go back on and being like, oh, Pokemon's for babies.
Yeah.
But that's it for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, Pokemon took over the world for like 2 years, and then, of course, right afterwards,
Yeah, everyone went to high school.
The most uncool thing in the world was still liking Pokemon, because it wasn't cool anymore.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, I still like. I didn't
Yes,
like it because
I
it was
like it,
popular.
though.
I just like it because
It's
I like
good.
it.
Exactly,
So-
and that's how you can tell people who like it because it's popular.
Yeah.
The instant it's not popular anymore, they'll stop liking it.
Yeah, and I was just like,
Or
I
the
still
vice
like it.
versa.
Yeah, and I remember it was this. We were in groups for some reason, and it was this other group of 4 kids, and then it was me with the group of 3 others, and this other group was making fun of me for still liking Pokemon, and I said something stupid back, but we were all little children, so it like shut them up.
Yeah.
But I remember in that moment just being like, how fucking stupid is that? And from that, like, I was so young.
Why? Number one, the fact that they're making the fact that they're like, I'm gonna decide to stop liking Pokemon.
Yeah, I was like,
But number
that's-
2, the idea of making fun of someone else for liking
it's like,
Pokemon.
Motherfucker, you liked it 2 weeks ago too. Like, that doesn't really make any sense. I can't remember what I said, but it's just as well because it's just some dumb, toddler thing.
But then it's like also like there's so many layers to that, which is like, why would you make fun of someone for liking something?
Yeah,
That's also the most retarded thing ever.
yeah, exactly. But I just remember I had to have been like 7, or I guess 8, 9. I don't remember. I was very, very young.
Yeah.
And even at that age, I was like, that's fucking
Yeah, young
stupid.
enough where like there's 2 directions you could have gone.
Yeah, exactly. the branching paths.
Yeah.
My 2 choices. I could have said yes.
The
or no.
moral, the time froze, and it's like I could do this or
Yeah.
I could do that.
Exactly. But even at that age, I was like, that's fucking stupid. And I kind of just never looked back.
While he carries them out, let's wipe the track up with these losers.
Is it weird that I get jealous when I see the boss hanging out with other robots?
We still need to confront the moral
Very weird.
concept of robot sapience in the universe of Sonic.
Thanks, universe of stupid.
Do they have animals in them?
Probably.
Does Metal Sonic? Give my baby boy some lines! I want to hear voice acting out of Metal Sonic so fucking bad!
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, it's evolved. I've become a lot smarter about it now. I can articulate why
Yeah,
that's a
yeah,
stupid thing
yeah.
to do, but even from a very young age, I was like, that's fucking dumb.
Certain moves with your teammates can help you go
There we go.
Yeah, I know. I just need to get the hang of that slingshot move.
Annie.
Yeah.
Amy, it looks like there's a big guy hiding over there in the shadows. Also, that
Oh, it's
clown
Zavok.
looks like Froggy.
Oh my god.
That's nice. Come on, we need to get going. The race is about to start.
I wonder if that big guy is racing.
Oh, is Zavok gonna be in this race?
Big
Yeah, that's always such a big thing for me, is like
drowned if
trying...
you looked up in a rainstorm.
is trying to... being articulate. Like, I want people to understand. So it's like, how can I express this feeling or this thought that I had? Because I don't think in words. I just think in, like, here's what I think about something. And it's such a struggle for me to be like, here's the words to explain what the fuck I'm trying to, like, comprehend.
I'm the opposite.
Comprehend the thing that I'm thinking of, please.
I think in words, and it's just a process of getting them out.
That's why I fuck up talking all the time.
I do sometimes feel kind of bad that I always harp on when you make a mistake talking, but it's really funny to me. But I find it funny.
Fuck me up, the mirror tracks.
Oh yeah, I find it funny when I do it too.
Fuck! Oh yeah, dude. Did you see that shit? Oop! Oh, this is good.
I'm a very verbal person. I find people misspeaking very funny. Also,
I'm not. I'm not a very verbal
communicate
person.
Through hitting.
I mainly communicate through unseeable gestures.
Thought stuff.
That's something that me and my little sister do all the time, is just make shit up. And we understand each other. And it's everyone else who's an idiot.
It's like a cure for wellness.
Like, we'll just make up words. Be like,
retarded for it?
Like, what you... Yeah, well, that was my older sister.
Oh.
But, yeah, that's a good example. Is I don't know what the term for this is, so I'm just gonna make something up. And, like, it's like, what? It makes sense. Pick up on the context.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, me and my little sister... Well, like, probably my big sister, too, but, like, I don't interact with her as much anymore. I didn't interact with her that much as it was, but, like... Yeah, she was the one I got the retarded part from. When we played, I'm sure I've told the story before, but when we played Power Rangers, the movie, the game, on the Super Nintendo back in the day, we would get to the very first boss. Oh god. We would get to the very first boss of that game, and we would never be able to beat it, because we were children. And concepts were beyond our comprehension. So she would, oh, it's the retarded part! Because we didn't know what a boss fight was.
I was always a level man, not a boss man. I like the levels.
Why am I not using these items?
Fight.
Jesus.
I don't like trying to figure out the pattern. I
Yeah.
like just doing the levels.
You wouldn't
That's
like
the fun part.
you wouldn't like Dark Souls.
I would not, for many reasons.
Like, almost that entire game is based around its boss fights.
I just hate that. It's just so time consuming. I don't like puzzles.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's kind of the way you have to think about it, is
Yeah.
it's a puzzle, it's a non-traditional, I
Yeah.
guess,
I like,
puzzle.
I get it, but I just always found
Yeah.
puzzles to be like the most retarded thing.
There is
Like,
a
what's the
correct
point?
solution,
Yeah,
and you
I
have
don't
to
mind
figure it out.
Figuring out a puzzle that directly does something. Like if I have to figure out, well, how do I do this thing to make this? If I actually have to do it in real life.
There's different kinds of
But
puzzles,
solving-
like
yeah.
platforming puzzles in like a Mario game
Yeah.
is different from like
yeah, but just
solving
sort
a
of-
jigsaw puzzle or
yeah,
something like that.
Like solving it for the sake of solving it, or for the feeling that you solved it, is just so not worth it for me. I
yeah, it
just
needs
don't
to be
give a shit.
progression.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It needs to actually like, well, how do I like? I have two.
The
I have 3 external hard drives, which have different sizes. Where do I put this and that so that I have enough size? Like, that's a puzzle, technically, but it actually has real-world benefit for me. I have to figure something out in real life.
Or like take a Mario game where it's like, I need to get up there. How do I get up there?
Yeah.
And then like the interaction that you have with the environment
Yeah.
is very much an environmental puzzle of
Or-
like wall jumping or shit like that.
Yeah.
So you're technically solving a puzzle, but what you did is you got up there.
Yeah. Or, Inside or Limbo, where you have to figure out, especially Inside, there's a lot of like, what the fuck do I do? You just gotta kind of figure it out. And that's a different, kind of puzzle solving, but...
But yeah, Dark Souls is very much just
Dank
beat the
holes.
boss fight.
Yeah, figure out the boss's pattern.
You don't even know what the fuck you're doing in that game half the fucking time. You walk into a room and there's a boss, you're not like trying to get to the other side of the room. You beat the boss and then you go to the other side of the room, really.